We rolling?
You're rolling.
All right, thank you. Close enough to 5:30, we'll call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Move next to roll call.
Here.
Here. We'll skip the minutes, claims, and department head updates at this time and go straight to the street sweeper. Superintendent Lyons, we have your three, I guess, financing options. One from Security Federal, 7-year, 5%. One from TCF, 7-year, 3.22%. And then we've got from First Merchants Bank through Lafayette Bank and Trust, 7-year, between 2.85 and 3%. Did you want to talk about the difference between a demo truck and having one built?
Yes, we have an option currently. I was contacted by the manufacturer. They currently have a demo on hand that they'd be willing to sell us at 40 hours. The difference is it's going to be $5,000 less. So I'm here to ask if that would be something that the Board of Works would entertain. I feel like we'll go ahead and just proceed with the new one.
It'd be 165 total.
Correct. It'd be $5,000 off the price of the new one.
What's the difference in delivery?
There isn't. Well, as far as it actually taking possession, they actually have the demo currently. If I ordered one, we're probably 60 days out.
What do you recommend?
I'm all for saving $5,000 myself for 40 hours on the street sweeper isn't much.
Are they the same, equivalent?
It's the same thing. They typically, what they do is they get one in, they drive around to different communities, show them the new options, and they turn around and they sell them.
So I guess the first decision we need to make is whether to go with the.
Yes, same warranty, same everything. Everything applies.
The same specifications,
Same everything.
engines, all that
Same
stuff.
everything. Pre-emissions, same warranty. The only difference is that it's got 40 hours on it versus 0.
Is the warranty based on the hours or time? Is it 1-year warranty or so many hour warranty?
I would have to double check on that. He assured me that the warranty is going to be the same on the demo as it is the new one.
I would move that we accept the demo if the warranty is the same as the new unit.
We have a motion to accept the demo. I'll second that motion. We have accepting the demo for $165,000 as long as the warranty is the same as a brand new one. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then we'll approve the financing on here. After reviewing it, Superintendent Lyons, First Merchants Bank has the lowest rate. That's who you choose to go with.
They have the lowest rate currently. These are obviously fluctuating until I get the go-ahead. Once we get the go-ahead, myself or Leanne can contact the bank, get the process going, so we can lock in. But at the time of solicitation, they were the cheapest.
So you won't know that until you actually go to them and say, we need the money on so-and-so date?
Pretty much. It depends on, these rates can vary. It's just like you getting a personal loan or anywhere else. Your rate can vary from the time you start paperwork to the time you close.
I think we should give superintendent and clerk the right to make that decision at that time among these three vendors at the lowest rate at
Whoever's
that
the lowest
time.
at the time. Superintendent Lyons, does that work for you?
That's fine with me. It's okay with
Treasurer Aldridge?
Ms. Aldridge.
Can we make that?
I move that we accept the lowest bid at the time the order is placed or delivered with the discretion of the clerk, treasurer, and the superintendent.
We have a motion. I will second that motion to allow the superintendent and clerk treasurer to select the institution which offers the lowest rate at the time they go to complete this purchase. Do we have any other discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent Lyons. We'll move next to the East Main Street design and public comment opportunity for the public to see the designs. We have Mr. Randy Hancock and Mr. Brian Poehler here from HWC Engineering. I will yield the floor to you two.
Brian Kohler with HWC Engineering. This is the next phase of the Main Street project. We started and completed the first phase earlier this year. Milestone, I think, is completed. With
Correct.
Everything that they've done. And that was from Samuel Milroy to basically the bridge. So this phase would be from basically from Union Street to Samuel Milroy. It includes a combination. We have some asphalt and some concrete. So there's a combination of milling and resurfacing of the asphalt along with patching of the concrete, similar to what we did on the first phase. It also includes adding sidewalks and curb and gutter sections where needed, and then some storm drainage in that low area near Samuel Milroy. So we've got, Randy's got the overall plans that kind of show the limits of the project. We're open for any questions or any comments if anybody in the community wants to take a look at them.
And before they come up and inspect it, I guess, schedule-wise, we're anticipating January, April awarding.
Yeah, probably bid the project, accept bids in February, and probably award, get the contractor started in late March, early April, and then it should be done within one season, so before the end of summer.
This goes from Samuel Milroy to
Back up here to the,
Union.
yeah.
So what we've done, Mayor, is we've gone ahead and plotted out, just on, superimposed on top of an aerial, so everybody can kind of see where their properties, if they've got any specific questions, we're available to answer those questions, and go through and address any concerns. We've worked with Aaron trying to identify what improvements you guys are looking to make. So we pretty much determined where curbs and gutters are being replaced, sidewalks are being replaced, and basically what the improvements are gonna consist of based on what he saw for the need. And that's kind of where the scope of this thing has gone through, based on the direction of the city. But basically, we're here to answer any questions of any specific property owners that they may have concerning their property and how they're gonna get in and out during construction, or what the work is gonna consist of. So if anybody has any questions, we're certainly here available.
You guys have any general questions before you have an opportunity to look at the map?
Are you making the road wider, or is
No.
the road gonna stay the same? and
We're
you're
gonna
just
stay the same.
Replace what sidewalks or whatever?
That's what we've got detailed. I mean, some of the sidewalks are newer and in pretty good shape, so the intent is to leave those. And most of the curb and gutter, as it we found out and sat down with Aaron and walked that our guys did, we're replacing the bulk of that. A lot of it had lost its height over the years due to resurfacing. But the asphalt portion of it, we're basically gonna mill and put a clean surface on top of it, smooth that out, make it look new for all intents and purposes. And for that portion of the project, the bulk of the work is gonna consist of sidewalks and curbs. When we get to the concrete section, similar, like Brian indicated, similar to the piece that was already completed this year. We're basically gonna go in there and patch all the bad joints, try to get the road smoothed out. There are gonna be some drainage improvements down through there. There's not a drainage system per se that exists right now. The water basically drains off the shoulders, and we're going ahead and putting curb and gutters and cleaning that section up and making it look more like a street. There's some gaps in the sidewalk as we get down to that neck of the woods and that portion of the project that we're gonna go ahead and add sidewalks as well. So for all intents and purposes, we're taking the street as a defined street with curb and gutters and what you're used to seeing in the city of Delphi, basically down to Samuel Milroy, and that's where all that will end. So,
I own a funeral home at High in Maine, and I put, all my sidewalks are brand new. The curbing isn't. While this is going on, obviously I won't be able to utilize the parking out front on Main Street. So we'll have to use Franklin for funerals and my processions to in and out. Is that correct?
I think what we'll do is work with a contractor. I mean, keep in mind that the project's gonna take overall somewhere between 6 to 8 months.
So it won't be
The
closed all
area, the
winter?
area in front of your property is gonna be a shorter duration. We will have the contractor work specifically. In fact, we'll put a language in the contract that says they need to coordinate with you, because, I mean, you've got an active business and you need people in and out, and we can make sure that what work they're doing, I mean, granted, your schedule, you don't know day to day what it's gonna be. But we can put language in the contract to the effect to make sure that he coordinates with you, and I'm sure that Aaron is gonna ensure that they're on the same page with you, so they can try to minimize the disruptions to your business.
And we always call Delphi PD, and they're great, and they lead us in and out, so that's no big
Well,
deal.
and then the one good thing in front of your facility, we're not doing a whole lot of work to the roadway other than the milling and filling. The work's all gonna be curbs and back, so the disruption's gonna be more of a minimum to you than what it's gonna be for the people down the concrete section.
When you leave, does the procession usually come back into town, or do they?
It depends on where we're going cemetery-wise. We have several cemeteries, so I usually turn right and head, uptown, up here, yeah, but if we have to go left, but that's no big deal. I mean, I understand this and progress, no big deal at all, just as long as, we can get in and out, I can find my way around, so no worries there.
We'll put language in the effect that they need to coordinate with you to make sure that they're accommodating your concerns.
But Franklin Street always be open, so if I have to just come around and come uptown, I
Yes.
mean, that's no worries.
What about traffic flow? I mean, will traffic be stopped, eliminated? Will that road be closed for a period or
That's
some
one thing we're in
periods?
discussion with Aaron right now. The concrete section that's gotta be patched, there's a reason that the project limits were established for the first piece where they were, because you can maintain access to everybody if you're standing in the middle, and that's why that limit was stopped at that point. We've gotta deal with that now. We're talking now about whether we close the road, whether we maintain one lane in both directions, whether we open it up at night. There are cost impacts to those decisions. Aaron, I mean, if you'd like to get input from the board tonight, I mean, we can go
Yeah,
through those options. and
I mean,
discuss.
what's the board's thought? It's a tough call because it's gonna be difficult.
You've got access from both sides
You do.
in the concrete section. That may be a little difficult. People are gonna have to go around and there are not gonna be any trucks at all go through there.
We'll have to keep the trucks off, obviously. I'm afraid that if we shut it off during the day and then try to open it up at night, and it's restricted to one lane, it's gonna create a lot of confusion. You're gonna have people coming down the wrong way. We had it on the first section, it was terrible. It just, people complete disregard for the signs.
I would be in favor of shutting it down and getting it done.
Getting it in and getting it out.
One of the, what we've got currently set up in the plans as far as a maintenance traffic schematic is to go ahead and shut it down. And the theory being, I was telling Aaron, as far as the concrete
Shut it
patching.
down
we're
just
gonna-
for a small section, not the full limits, right?
Just
Well,
for the
they can
concrete
move-
section?
Yeah, they're gonna move section, but basically they've got about 3 weeks worth of work to do concrete patching through that stretch.
There's no houses in there, is there?
There are a handful of houses. What we're gonna do is
Oh.
go ahead and barricade it off and shut it down. We're gonna limit the contractor to doing one side of the pavement at a time. So the people that live in there can go ahead, skirt around the barricade and get to the driveways each night. Or during the day or whatever. I mean, we're not gonna completely close off access to them, but we think that would be the simplest thing. But, I mean, we can certainly get more elaborate in how we present the stuff, depending on what you guys wanna do.
I'd be in favor of closing it down and getting it done. It's gonna be a pain for 4 months or pain for 6 weeks.
Well, I think what Milestone did, the concrete section up here in 2 weeks over the summer, or did it end up taking them 3?
Yeah, they did most of the patching in 2 weeks, but there's also some storm line work in this section also that will slow things down a little bit too. And I guess if you close the road down, that's more patching you do. You can get across the road quicker with the storm lines, and you knock it out and lessen the burden on
But
everybody.
one of the things that we can do is work with Aaron and develop what we think is a reasonable amount of time for the road closure, and go ahead and put in the contract document that the contractor is limited to that amount of time, so he knows when he bids a project what the expectations are, and then you'll know what you're up against, and the citizens will know what amount of time they would be basically disrupted as far as their travel patterns. We can go ahead and
Does
do
that tend to change what contractors come in at?
Beg your pardon?
Does that tend to change what contractors come in at?
Well, at least they know the rules coming into it, so they're gonna bid a consistent product. And then you will know what the expectations have been laid out, so you will know what they're gonna be held to.
Superintendent Lyons, would that work with you?
I'm fine with that.
Now for the asphalt section, traffic.
Now, the
maintenance.
asphalt section, we'll go ahead and maintain traffic, don't do the milling and everything, just do it under traffic with flaggers for that piece. This would only be where it necks back down as you get farther east, and it goes from the widened section where the curbs exist to where they don't exist currently.
So for the asphalt section, you intend to just leave the road open?
Yes, it'll be open all the time, in the construction for that.
When you're all finished, does that get an overlay, the whole thing get an overlay?
We're not gonna overlay the concrete piece, we're gonna leave it exactly what you've got on the piece that was built. And go ahead and leave concrete pavement as is with the patches. We wanna go ahead and include the diamond grind and pay item, I think,
For the
Aaron
whole
was-
thing?
well,
For the concrete on this.
for the concrete side.
On the,
I think you guys have been pleased with the ride on the concrete patching that was done last year. What we're gonna do is leave the bid item in there, because if the work or the quality craftsmanship is such that it doesn't ride real well, that gives you the option to go ahead and get a smooth surface on what they're gonna construct. Hopefully, we don't have to use it.
we didn't diamond grind the other section. did we?
Correct. They did a nice job matching on the concrete up.
Okay. So is it done?
The first section we
Yeah.
did? Yes. Yeah, that's a finished product down there, so.
We have any general questions before you guys have an opportunity to look at the maps? Yes, sir.
Yeah, the first project was from the new highway, they said the Milroy Road. Well, actually, the patching was right in front of Cottage Street. Now you're talking about starting with Milroy Road.
Well, we're gonna go to where-
There's space in there that nothing's happened.
We will go ahead and tie into the limits of the project that has been completed, so I'm incorrect in this review.
Any other general questions before we guys have an opportunity? If you want to come up and look at the maps?
I mean, if you got a short order of business, we can put this off until your other things are complete.
This is, we can go ahead and look at this right now. You looking?
The mailbox is not.
You say so.
These are basically the same map, they're just two, so everything is the same.
What I was down in Salt Hill on Clyde Street. Man,
Yep. You want to work with Aaron,
Okay.
accommodate him, whatever you got.
okay, well, we appreciate that. I think that'll be better straight through and clean it up. I'll let them know and we'll proceed. All right, thank you. All right.
So the concrete section is similar to what you got in the thing down there. So we've already done that shown. We've met with Aaron and gone.
So that's all new to them.
Same with where we'll take our sidewalk. Yeah. So this is the same as the curb cut. Blue. We're taking that, and putting it back. Yes, sir. Correct.
So those are the curb, and we'll let them fix that. I mean, they had to add something. The curb will be, there'll be grass. Blue sidewalks over the lights.
Correct.
Yeah,
We're
so
taking those out,
the
putting
curb,
curb in.
if they put in, because I'm blue.
So you can see where you're leaving them on the sidewalk.
Okay,
tracks.
right.
Okay.
A fair amount of better condition stuff, but it's all been.
Come around the corner, okay. Because when I did that, we slowed that down, so I put that in mind that everything else, but I understand if they. Okay. Correct. Correct, and so they could come back just like, because they put a joint in there just for that reason. And wipe that off, and that's.
These lines,
Get in and out, that's all.
Sure.
And from the street back, how far, like a
Potential pathway in the future where we put where we put ramps, will depend on what you want to do long term.
Correct.
We would go ahead and accommodate that now.
So I know it goes back in here to my sidewalk.
We've got to talk about that. Oh, this is one of the crosswalk in here. If you're gonna have a path that goes on out here in the long term, you guys are looking at that. We're gonna put it
Yeah, this
here,
is me.
put it here. They're gonna have to make that decision, so we can go ahead and do it now. There is. You can do either. We're
without
just
taking
thinking.
any issues. I don't like.
Oh, so they will get into
Okay, yeah, no place.
I would prefer the green.
And
It's easier on the main.
and that high ramp out front.
Otherwise,
that'll be replacing. Okay. So,
Just
right, so the east sidewalk, so they'll come up here and cut that out, pull that out, and they'll cut this off.
As long as there's,
Okay.
something, you know.
Right. We can make that work. Yeah, because, go ahead. And that's the bad part, because this property owner, when I did that, we offered to put, you know, him just to, my guys would have did that, he just paid for material, and he didn't, so that sidewalk's off front.
And what we've got is,
It's
we're getting more survey.
I wonder if you're out with, Lowe's, who just bought that, would they bore that new section if you paid for it? Oh, yeah, it's broken and it's bad.
Super duper, you saw?
Right in front of his house.
Questions?
Because mine comes down, you can see our property line, all right through there.
Well, I mean, we're tying into what's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
Well, I called Bill when we did our concrete and asked him and he wouldn't do it. And then-
We walked the dog down that way.
Yeah, and I misspoke, I mean, we're
Well,
basically,
you can see how it's broken?
we're gonna go to where the other one stops.
Yeah, right in front of
Yeah,
the
you
building.
can see right from where my new concrete is. Well, the new property owner is Tyler Mose. Tyler Mose, yeah.
Sidewalks, need
But it's probably.
We're basically putting new sidewalks all the way to Samuel Milburn, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah,
40 year plus.
you really turn into.
But the section would be much longer than what we're standing in the door. You too. I mean, that would be nice if you're doing all new, and then you got this bad piece in there.
I have to go back and look at it, I don't know. I know some of this was, I wish I could say I could tear it all out and do it all, but some of it was a matter of.
Really protecting the serve.
Serve more than protecting.
Is it broken?
Yeah.
I mean, just, it's not mine. Tyler Moses is the manager of Mr. Bradshaw sold that property.
New Year, have a good New Year.
It's gonna be, my, kids all be home, my grandbabies are coming, so can't ruin me.
Any better than that?
Correct.
But you don't know until you get a contract, though.
So you send it out and get it back.
And Dick,
He's asking what.
Dick, we estimated about 290 for the first section, and then the bids came in at 270, so we're about 20.
A lot more here.
Yes, so that's why we're.
But the good thing is, the repairs are solid product.
So on this side, we'll have a sidewalk here.
Basically, that's what it's about.
So they are, you are going to report to go there, because this is Wilson Street. Yeah, so they just missed that.
I think that was supposed to be used.
Well, you can see my property line from where my concrete ends, the good stuff, to where this junk section is. But if you're doing all of this, because this guy owned both these both properties. And so if you're replacing all that, why, we can do that.
And then keep in mind, I mean,
We walked it and tried to pick the worst, we knew we only had.
Just look
We
where,
tried to-
he drove over it this past summer, and they busted, because, yeah, I was,
keep in mind, I mean, this is a set of plans, that when they get out there, the city decides they want to add something.
Sure.
That's what you're saying.
right. Well, you'll know now to look, because he broke that when he was, because I was out there watching my side closely, and they drove that bucket truck in there, and they busted it off right up next to mine. And so, I mean, there's, you'll see it.
Smile in this case, is that a drawn?
I'm good to go, because I can get in and out, that's no problem at all. Yeah, sure,
Trying to keep up with stuff.
right. But we can, with the, city, PD leading us in and out.
That's what I did on my vacation.
I'll go back to the dirt. That's cool.
I used to get back to work. That's therapy right there.
He's trying to get on his wife's good side, so he's doing.
It's made from the heart.
Sidewalks on this side.
Not right now.
Well, they'll put two sidewalks on this side.
Thanks, guys.
Currently.
I think it looked good. That's nice of you.
I'm satisfied.
All right.
So we'll just talk, well, it's true, and we'll just work with that, no big deal. Hey, Aaron, check that out.
Oh, I will, he's got a note of it.
I know, but that just be silly, because I know if Tyler, I know he would kick in, I don't know why Bill just didn't do it, because I offered all labor, we didn't need it for material.
That's either on the list and we missed it, I tried to go through the prints. You know,
Right.
it could very well be on there, might be pretty small. It could have been one of them, or it could have been put on there. Now, when I got out there, I'd be like,
Okay, right now
you know, $1,200 to fix it, I probably wouldn't have to call anyway, if
Yeah.
it's that bad, so.
No, that'd be nice. Okay, no worries.
And take
Okay,
out
Alan.
the steps going down so you can walk.
Well, see you guys later.
All right.
Here, steps now, residences will still have steps.
There's quite a bit of walking traffic.
Yeah.
So I had that several times over Mill Drive. Yes. Well, it gets down to about 2 inches of ice on the Mill Drive. Well, 5 inches salted and Saturday. This is
We could add stuff.
No curb on top.
747
No!
Thank you. Now, once you get all this done, all this pavement for
I've had it fine, man. It's a big- it's been 15 years, it's an alley. Nope, that's a road. I said, Bob, I'm sorry.
We're off on
They said, "We're
Sunday.
looking at arrows that you're doing."
Technically,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, curb, yeah.
Well, that's his,
This
that's
one's
his
the-
address.
This is my house right here, so you're not gonna replace any of the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Did you go over there and freeze yourself the other day?
Huh?
Did you go freeze yourself over at home?
Which one didn't
ring the bell?
it's like this one you go.
I called. Actually, my drive, come out of my house, go up like this.
Slide clear down, huh?
It was, yeah, between the apartment and the first house. I went out to the mailbox, and fell down 3 times.
We don't need to redo that.
Went back home, or went back to the yard, it was slow, and so I called, and I said, I said, it is.
This whole project.
I
was there
I'm
on
not
Saturday
sure I could even
afternoon.
check it out.
It wasn't too bad. Super.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be worse than Sunday.
It wouldn't be.
A few years now.
So,
Have an accident.
buckets were full when I was over there. I mean, they were full. So hopefully we'll get them today.
So I felt bad about not catching sure.
Well, they set it inside the store, people were putting money in there.
Because, that was a guy I put on, this other project, trying to get out.
When we get to this age, this falling stuff is not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all.
Feel like I've done
They're good for
a
you.
lot of
Please
good.
help us, maybe my-
Yeah.
It needs a prosthetic leg.
What are you taking chemo or something?
Print away.
I just finished Saturday was my last. I got 2 weeks off.
Affect you?
Never told him.
He was so scared, he didn't even recognize it.
Hopefully.
I keep telling about this, there's something amazing what they're doing.
Well, they said
As far as the Sunday.
As far as the sidewalk. But the merge of this. It wasn't any bigger. That is the problem.
Matt, to your house.
Yeah.
What is this blue? So we're trying to
The
cover.
service walk goes all the way back.
You gave our place.
It'd be nice if they had got the ones.
You signed a bunch of papers, man.
Don't want bill. Probably weigh 350. Yeah.
You know, all the things I've had, I've never had anything. Never had anything.
They've always asked me, are you the major change? I mean, that's how it works. You know, whatever.
The other point we got to this section, if one looks at the
We go forward.
I guess these are called alleys.
$3.
Yes.
We've got already set up with camping.
Years, I believe that,
Transfer and all that
I'm not certain,
information
but I
out.
believe that the wish made that
I
ought to
get down there, and the following Monday, I go to the, have a doctor's appointment.
That's what I mean.
That's exactly how you start the conversation. You know, one of the things that those idiots have, well, I had it set.
Here,
One day.
I use.
Seems to work.
That's good.
Yeah, there's been so much asphalt.
Yeah, what's
on
it?
it, that the asphalt is almost the same level. And
That's the curve.
excuse me, what I'm getting at is
Doing good.
that part, this
Yeah.
portion here, well,
I come by your place.
that's what I.
Yeah.
When there are these alleys,
Yeah.
are you going to go around
Sometimes I know.
all of that?
Yeah, I grew up.
That, I'm sorry.
First year, but-
Yeah, yeah. So that's what that's my concern, because I know, you know, like,
Mr. Grandkids, they always come see you.
Denmark.
Yeah, I
They kept,
said that, but.
as the US took over, they kept putting more, and that city was designed for
Lot 9 and 12.
runoff. And it reached the point that the center of the street was up this hot, like 8 foot above.
Yeah.
It was just like, this,
I
it
was
just
90
kept putting more.
or
So that really keeps us all.
That'll be your. Back to the back. Don't ask my son. It was not his desire.
Saw the fence out there, saw the horses, saw the girls.
So this is my,
They take care of it.
we'll come back up.
Or learn, you know, take care of it.
is this the part?
So they'll, are they gonna prepare this to go out to bid?
Okay, that's not it. And then the other part is,
Well,
They'll probably-
my wife was getting her
I'm
hair
supposed to
done.
meet
Advertise it,
they live across the
I'm
street.
guessing it's late January.
So I,
So we're gonna have another meeting, a public meeting.
they did,
Yeah, they,
also
she
church.
gets her hair out, done after
Like,
all this.
They live west of the church, the first house west of the church, Christian church. Okay, so,
No, she's back, she's still at home. That's true.
no, no.
I thought she was a nursing home.
This is their house. So you can replace their, but you can, okay. And this, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess my final question is, should,
Not crazy.
so just, I should wait to see what your determination is about replacing my sidewalks, or about doing something with the sidewalk, and then someone will contact me, let me know which way you're going with it. Or do I, something that I need to contact you, or will you contact me? I would appreciate it if you contact me.
316.
Urban. Oh, GERBENS. 564-3802, area code 765.
What's the proposed?
I don't know.
So it's,
This is our.
So where does the actual cement
This
on Main
is
Street
regular and,
and?
no, this is regular. It includes the stars are days that fall on holidays. So January 2nd is when the New Year's Day is observed. So January 3rd. And this is our special ones on the holidays. These are ones that are not in, they didn't fall on any holidays.
And that's where you're.